Practice set 5. Use your calculator to determine the size of each angle. In problem number 1, we have sine of an angle is equal to 1. To get the angle by itself and undo the sine, we will take the arc sine of the sine of A. These are inverse operations, which will just give us the angle A. What we do to one side, we have to do to the other, so we're going to have to take the arc sine of 1 on the right-hand side as well. As I previously said, the arc sine of sine is A, and we'll use our calculator then to determine the arc sine or the inverse sine of 1. I'm going to hold off just a minute. I'm going to set up problem number 2 and then demonstrate how to find these values using a direct algebraic logic calculator. So same thing here in number 2. We want to get the angle by itself. We're taking the sine of it to undo the sine. The inverse operation is arc sine, so we'll take the arc sine of the left-hand side as well as the right-hand side. The arc sine of sine, since these are inverse operations, leaves us with C, the angle measurement that we're trying to find, and we will then use the calculator to find the arc sine of 0.4695. On some calculators, to get to the arc sine, we may either see it displayed as a sine to the negative 1 is a possibility if you don't see arc sine. Typically on most calculators you do have to enter the inverse or shift key first. So I went to Google using the iPad Air. I entered in Scientific Calculator Online free, and one of the choices was this Direct Algebraic Logic calculator. So to answer the angle measurement for A, I want the arc sine of 1. I'm first going to press the inverse key. Next, I will hit the, if you see that sine changed to sine to the negative 1, so I'm after the arc sine, and it actually put the term arc sine in the display. I will put that ratio, which is 1, and hit the equals. So angle A has a measure of 90 degrees. And in problem number 2, our setup is to evaluate for angle C, take the arc sine of 0.4695. So I'm going to clear everything here. If you notice, I have the sine key showing. I'm going to tap the inverse, or it may be shift key on some calculators. The sine display button changed to sine to the negative 1, which is oftentimes a calculator's way of showing the inverse of that trig function. So I will type that, or tap that key, which in the display is showing me arc sine. Then I will enter that ratio, 0.4695, and tap the equals. Rounding this to the nearest tenth, we will say that angle C has a measure of 28 degrees. Had this been a traditional scientific calculator, our order of information would have essentially been reversed. We would have entered the ratio first, then hit our shift or our second key, and then the sine key to get our angle measurement that we were looking for.